Playing solo in CS is a real roller coaster. Every time I think about it, a flood of emotion hits me, and let me tell you, most of them ain't positive. But why is that? No matter how you slice it, everyone who dives into CS does it to win, whether you're just in for kicks or aiming to go pro. But here's the kicker. Finding teammates who are as badass as you can be a major roadblock to reaching your goals. I bet you've been there, pumped to kick ass and take names, only to end up with the fat L streak that got you questioning your life choices. Well, in this video I'm gonna break down the basics of finding teammates, whether you're just pubbing on Faceit or building your own squad. But before we dive in, do me a solid and smash that like button and hit subscribe to the channel. It helps me push out more content like this. And if this video doesn't teach you anything new, you can always take those likes back. Alright, enough chit chat, let's get into it. The first and easiest way to find teammates is while you're grinding out your matches. Say you finish a game and as usual you're stuck with 3 total noobs, but you click with one of them, both in terms of gameplay and banter. Well, it's a no-brainer to shoot them a DM and queue up for a couple of more games together. So keep playing until you figure out who they really are and what their deal is with the game. Through this, your new buddy might introduce you to the new buddy, and through friends of friends, you keep building your squad until you've got a solid crew. Sure, it's not gonna happen overnight and you gotta be ready to play with new faces every day for weeks or even months. Elo or individual stats shouldn't matter to you or your own new teammates. What's crucial is that all of you are focused on communication and teamwork. Now for those exclusively on Faceit, I've got a slick alternative to the usual premium grind. You guessed it, hubs. They are God sent for folks who can't stand silent teammates. The beauty of hubs is that you won't stumble into a lobby where your team consists of 5 randoms up against a crew or 5 friends who've been grinding together for ages. Plus the big perk of hubs is that everyone in the match has to hop on TeamSpeak. If someone's not down with that, they're getting booted real quick. Opting for this route boosts your chances of finding sane teammates by a long shot. You get to see firsthand how someone communicates, reacts to losses, or handles your screw-ups. If a potential teammate chats with you calmly and assesses the game soberly, chances are they'll act the same when it's just the 2 of you in a match, like 99% of the time. The third method, personally I considered one of the coolest and most effective of all the ones we're covering in this video, because I've tried it out myself. If you're living in a fairly big city, chances are there are local LAN tournaments happening. Even if you don't have friends into gaming, these tournaments always have teams looking for an extra player. In such cases, before the tournaments kicks off, they'll likely test you out in some Faceit games. If you prove yourself, you get to play the tourney together and get to know each other in real life, which can greatly improve your understanding of each other's gameplay, ultimately working in your favor. And even in the worst case scenarios, you get to chat with like-minded folks at these events who might invite you for some Faceit sessions or more down the line. There are only pluses to this method. You get to experience the esports vibe, feel the benefits of teamwork, chat with players from other teams, and the coolest part is becoming recognized within the tight-knit community. Now there are various specialized services for finding teammates, but from my own experience they are not very effective. The main issue is that people aren't on them as often. More likely, even if you fill out a profile on one, you'll forget about it in a few days. Also, you've got to be cautious with these services because they are often used for scams or various kinds. So if you decide to give this method a shot, always check the reliability of such sites and never click on unknown links. Another pretty solid method could be searching for teammates in various communities like Discord, Instagram, Twitter or Reddit. These groups usually foster a lot of interaction and based on shared interest. It could be a fan group of a media personality like a Twitch streamer, pro player, YouTube, etc. When you're in these groups, you already have something in common, making it easier to start conversations with people. You can either directly invite individuals to play with you or leave a comment seeking teammates for Faceit. If you're feeling desperate, this method is definitely worth considering. So those are basically all the most effective methods for finding teammates. Now I want you to give a few tips that will help you with all the methods mentioned above. First, don't stress when you start playing with new people. It's common to worry. For example, if 2 friends invite you to join them for a few games, you might start feeling about what they might think of you or something along those lines. In these cases, it's best to keep in mind that you're also assessing them to see if they're a good fit for you. This way, you will feel more confident and play at your best, and your new teammates won't feel any discomfort either. Second tip, don't look for teammates in Premier mode. If you played more than 100 matches there, you should understand what's going on and why it's not worth doing. Also, when searching, try to choose stronger players from whom you can learn and take advice. With stronger teammates, you'll be thrown into tougher lobbies, which will greatly help your improvement, but remember, these people probably won't prioritize you and will ditch you for stronger players at the first opportunity. For the long haul, it's best to find teammates who play at your level so you can gradually develop together. This reduces pressure within the team, giving you more opportunities for the growth. And lastly, I want to remind you to always expand your circle of communication within the CS community. Maybe over time, one of these acquaintances will provide you with great benefits. By following these tips, you'll definitely be able to find yourself a permanent teammate or even a full-fledged team to try to break into esports. And I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. And with that, I'll bid you a farewell. See you in the next video. Bye bye!